Hello, and welcome to Tom's Family Worship. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have you ever lost something really important? Maybe a favorite toy or a favorite book? How do you feel when you finally find it? In today's story, Jesus tells us a parable, which is a special kind of story with a deep meaning, about something very valuable that was lost and then found. Let's dive into the parable of the lost sheep. Jesus was teaching a large group of people, including many who didn't feel very important or loved. But Jesus looked at them. He cared about them, every single person, no matter who they were. And he wanted them to love each other as well. And he thought, how can I teach them about God's love? I know, I'll tell them a story. And so Jesus says, once there was a shepherd who had 100 sheep. That's a lot of sheep. And the shepherd loved each of his sheep, and he took care of them every day. He knew them all by name, and they followed him because they trusted him. One day, as the shepherd was counting his sheep, he realized that one was missing. They were only 99. You might say, well, he had 99 safe sheep. That's not so bad. That's still a lot of sheep. But this shepherd knew that he could not leave even one sheep behind. It was too important. So the search begins. The shepherd set off for his lost sheep. He looked high and he looked low. He looked through the valleys and around the hills, and he was calling out for his sheep the whole time. He didn't give up, even when it was difficult and hard and he was kind of discouraged. But finally, he came over the top of a mountain and looked down into a valley. And there he heard something. Bah! Bah! In the distance. There it was, his lost sheep. The shepherd was so happy. He ran down to his sheep and he picked him up. He placed his sheep on his shoulders and he carried him all the way back home. When he got home, he called all his friends and his neighbors to celebrate, and he said, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost sheep." Jesus told this story to show how much God loves every single one of us. Just like that shepherd wouldn't leave even one sheep, God doesn't want even one person to be lost. And not only that, he goes out looking for people, and he rejoices. He gets excited. He throws a party every time someone turns to him, no matter how far away they've wandered. I love this parable. You know, sometimes we can do something bad, and we can feel guilty about it. And when we feel that way, it's hard to feel loved. We feel far from God, and we think we don't deserve God's love. But this story shows us that even when we're walking away from God, God, the Good Shepherd, is searching to find us and bring us back to him and to his love. I have a question for you and for your families to discuss. Has there been a time when you felt far from God? What brought you back to him? What helped you feel loved and forgiven? Dear Jesus, thank you so much that you saved us and you're out there looking, searching for us, putting people in our paths to lead us to you, to teach us about your love. God, thank you that that is one thing we can count on. Jesus' story of the lost sheep reminds us that God's love never gives up on us, no matter what, no matter what. He is always searching, and he's always filled with joy when we come back to him. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to share with me a story of how you have experienced God's love, I would love to hear it. You can email me at pastortomgearing@gmail.com. Thank you so much for worshiping with me. I'm Tom Gearing, and this is Tom's Family Worship. Bye-bye.